it's Melissa. I am here at Uninet in New York at their office, and this is their brand new Uninet Xpress. So this is a DTF printer. This is probably the easiest DTF printer to operate. Just to give you an idea, I learned about 5 minutes ago in about a 10-minute crash course, and I'm going to show you just from what I learned in that quick little crash course how to send your first print. Okay, so what you're going to do is just use this control panel down here, and you've got a whole bunch of different options, which I'll give you some close-ups. But basically, you don't even need to be connected to your computer. So you can be through Ethernet. You can also use be on your network. You can also use a USB where your jobs are, or jobs that you have already printed are also stored in here, some of them, and you can re-access those. So if you're printing the same jobs over and over again, you don't need to keep doing it. Now, I will say that if you're using it on the USB, they need to be ripped already so that they are ready to print. So here is a close-up of the control panel. As we talked about, if you were going to hit stored, you just go to stored. And here are all of the jobs that you have previously printed. So if we're going to print the 8-pass, we can just click that, and then we can click select, yes. And then if we want to adjust the number of copies, we can just do that here. Now, when you have an increase in the number of copies or multiple copies, you are not going to have a large gap between each of the printed sheets. You will just have something smaller, like an inch or so. Okay. Now, what you'll see here is that the heater is on green. That means the heater on the machine itself, the DTF printer itself, is ready to go. If it's yellow, it's still coming up to warming up. And then when you are ready, you will hit print. There are actually two different lines. So you're gonna print color, CMYK on this side, and then you've got white and your maintenance on this side, which means that you are not using the same heads to print color and white, so it's going to be really effective that way. Now, normally there is a cover that comes down. We have kind of tricked the sensor here to keep it open just for this video. But there would normally be a cover covering this whole area. Again, sort of like a copy machine. So what you can also see as those print heads are moving is there are the, if you need to access for maintenance, you just move it on the control panel and you will be able to have the wiper and clean down those areas right there very easily. See how it's printing over here. So you can see the colored area comes through, and then the other print head covers it with white. So this is the 8-pass. There's also 10, and then you can make it down to 4 if you want it as fast as possible. But the 8 gives you a really good quality while also having pretty good speed. So while we let this print, this is a good time for me to tell you that if you are interested in the 17-inch Uninet Xpress, that 8-head direct-to-film printer, all of the links are in the description below. This is definitely a small business type printer. This is not for the home user. The price tag is up there, but the quality, as you can see, and the ease of use, definitely worth the value. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Here we go. All right, we've got some type of alert. Let's go see. So it's now done. We are, just so you know, my clock says 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So that was how long it took to print. Okay, so now just to demonstrate, we are going to send a 6-pass. So this is, the resolution is lower, 600 instead of 1200, which you would have with the 10 and 12 pass. But you can see the printing is slightly faster. We are sending the same file. It is just that it is a 6-pass. And I do apologize for the noise. The heater and shaker is running as well as the printer. So I'm gonna time that to see how long this takes so that we can compare the 6-pass to the 8-pass. Just as a reminder, the 8-pass was about 4 minutes and 40 seconds for printing time. This is, as I said, the same file. Okay, while this is printing, I'm gonna let it go in real speed, but I wanna show you a couple of things on the menu that I think are worth pointing out. There's a lot of information packed into this menu. Again, very self-explanatory. If you want to feed the film forward, you just click feed, and that is going to push the film forward for you. If you want to rewind the film a little bit, you can click this one that's for backwards. And then this cut is going to be a sheet cut. Obviously you don't want to use that until you get to the end, but you also need to be very careful because if you have this set up in line, you're not going to want to cut. Okay, now this second tab is maintenance. This is where you are going to be able to perform all of your maintenance. But this list is very handy. It is going to tell you what needs to be done on a daily basis. And the daily basis, the daily task is basically to shake the white ink. And I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to do that in the second video of how you need to perform the daily maintenance. And then all of these percents are basically telling you how the closer it gets to 100 is the closer that you need, is as soon that you need to perform that maintenance or replace that part. Okay, so we'll click return. And if you need to do a nozzle check, you just go right in here, click nozzle check, select the ones that you want to do. This is just about done. So almost half the time for the 6 versus 8 pass. So what you're going to notice is the job has finished printing, but we needed to continue through to go to our inline system. So that's where that feed forward is going to come into play. And what we're going to do here on the control panel is we'll hit forward.
And now you can see the film is running forward. Now, do you see that small gap there? That's when you are sending multiple jobs. I want you to look after this. What happened here with this larger gap is that I had a second job, but I sent them consecutively. I did not say I wanted multiple copies of the same job, and that's why I had the larger gap there. Now, obviously, you can set this up so that the printer and the heater are in sync and they're working at the same time, pulling through. But if you haven't, then you can hit that feed forward and it will do it for you after the fact.
You'll get the powder on there and it will roll on the other side and you'll have your completed transfer. Now, you don't have to use this whole system and setup, but it is an option.
Okay, I am back now and have had a lot of time to not only review and go over the Uninet Xpress, but I have to tell you, I am actually very, very impressed. I was a little bit skeptical. Anyone who tells you there is a no or close to no maintenance DTF printer, you have to question, right? Because DTF uses white ink. That white ink is always the issue. It clogs, no matter how many times you print, if you leave it, whatever. But the Express has a lot of really great built-in technology, auto maintenance, auto cleanings, all of that stuff that I kind of touched on in this video, and I'm really going to dive into in another video with how to do the daily maintenance, the weekly maintenance. They are nothing to be nervous about. And so when they say no, and I'm going to not go that far, I'm going to say next to no or very low maintenance, because there is no printer that has no maintenance, okay? Not even an inkjet. You have to print nozzle checks and do head cleanings from time to time. That's just how it is. But when we're talking about DTF printers, and I have quite a few DTF printers if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, looking at the blog for any amount of time, I will say this one is up there with one of the easiest to use and maintain. And the price reflects that. It is not for the faint of heart, but you do get a really, really great quality printer. Easy to use, super intuitive. The look of it, if you will, it is compact. It has tons of built-in storage underneath, which it comes with that storage piece. The ink, talk about no maintenance. The ink is the cartridges you just pop in. Some of the earlier models, go back and look at my Uninet DTF 100 model. That was a huge PIA. I'm gonna tell you, with the ink. And I said that in my initial videos. You're pouring it, it's getting all over the place, it's a mess. This is no mess, no fuss, pop them in. Of course, this has that high price tag, but that is what you are getting. So if you are looking for a printer that will be printing more than you will be maintaining it, if you are looking for a printer that's going to spit out high quality 17-inch wide gang sheets, of course you can also make just single transfers by using that splitter, the cutter, you are going to love the Uninet DTF, Uninet DTF Express printer. I'm going to put all of the links in the description below. There's multiple packages you can get. You can get it with the inline system, or if you already have an inline system and it doesn't even need to be the Uninet brand, you can use that as well. All right, guys, I will be putting out multiple videos on this so you can see how to use it, how to maintain it, give you some ideas, and everything is in the description below or on my channel. Make sure you check out the upcoming premieres, because I do have videos coming up that you are gonna not want to miss.